Hello, I'm Anushka, a core member here at Ascensia, the Economic Society of Ramanujan College. I'm joined here by my co hosts, Rushil
Hello.
and Shrishti,
Hi.
and we welcome you on another episode of the Hidden Hand podcast. Today, we have a very special episode in store for you as we embark on a journey through the remarkable life and career of a true visionary in academia. Joining us today is none other than our esteemed principal, Professor S.P. Agarwal, as we celebrate his contributions and bid farewell as he prepares to retire. Professor Agarwal's story is not just one of professional accomplishment, but also of personal inspiration. From his early days as a dedicated teacher at Deshbandhu Evening College to his tenure as the principal of Ramanujan College, Professor Agarwal has demonstrated unwavering dedication, leadership, and a passion for excellence. Throughout his illustrious career, Principal Agarwal has worn a lot of hats, from being a respected researcher with a PhD in international management to a mentor and a leader who has guided countless students and teachers towards excellence. His academic pursuits have not only enriched our college community but also helped us gain recognition. Today, we shall be celebrating his journey, his professional achievements, and going over the milestones, the challenges, and the triumphs that have shaped him into the visionary leader we know today.
So,
Sir.
sir, let's start from the very beginning. We see nowadays that economics, finance, and business related fields have become the mainstream for career options. But earlier, during your days, during the 70s and 80s, the mindset wasn't the same. People used to go for, like, people were pressured to become an engineer or a doctor. So, what sparked your interest, or what influenced you to have a career in finance and accounting?
First of all, thank you very much. Thank you to Anuska and team of Ascensia. See, you have asked a very good question. Even when I did my, 11th class, that time higher secondary used to be, I did in the science stream. And I had a medical, science background, in the sense I also tried to appear for, MBBS examination. But immediately, when once I gave one exam, I realized that this is not my cup of tea. So, at that time, of course, very few people used to go in this area. But I thought, which one is the new area where I can excel? Because let us say, I was good in numbers, so I thought maybe the accounting, finance would be the right choice for me. So immediately I shifted to Delhi University and I started doing my journey from BCom honors onwards.
So, sir, you mentioned Delhi University. So, we would want to know that what was the DU circuit at that time, and how was it different from the current time? How?
Things were little simple at that time. Most of the time, we were concentrated on studies, attending regular classes. Of course, fun element was there. Like I can tell you an incident that teacher. Sometimes we used to go to see the cinema, bunking all the class. So and used to tell the students, okay, no one will attend. If you want to come with us, fine. Otherwise, go home. So that kind of fun used to be there, but activities were not that focused. Overall development was not that focused. Challenges were not that harsh, which today is. So academic was the main thing, and those who excel in academics will get the job or good institution for.
There were not that many options that time.
For extracurriculars.
Yes, because private jobs were not available.
Right.
Only jobs available was in the government sector. Very few jobs in the private sector. So what job we could either you enter into the civil services, as you said, or we can enter into education, or we can enter into banking, or maybe in other government services. So these were the few options, and most of us who were educating themselves in Delhi University or any other place were from lower middle classes. So our requirement was to earn money as soon as possible, so that we can support our family. So that was the reason. So what I did was, I did first BCom honors. Immediately I appeared for few examinations and I got a job in bank. But I was fortunate. My eldest brother told me, no, you will not join. You go for higher studies. So I did my MCom, and after MCom, the history is that I started teaching.
Right. So, sir, I would want to track back for a second there. You mentioned that, the mindset was कि you do academically, you'll get a good job, you'll earn. So, would you say that, like, the youth at that time was, more focused on what they were learning in classes, whereas the youth today is thinking more about what they can do outside of classroom? And do you think they maybe undermine the academic aspects of college a little bit more?
No, as I told you,
Yeah.
the challenge is very fast, in the sense that even if you are looking for a job or looking to do something extraordinary, you need holistic development. You need overall development. You should be a good communicator. You should speak very good. You should do certain things which are beyond academics.
Yeah.
Yes, academics is required, but beyond academics, how will you
Real education.
That's right. So what we call it holistic education, what we call sustainable education. So that is important today. See, if you, let us say you feel that I will do this. Let us say if failure happens, then what is the alternative? So you have to see the alternative today. At that time, the problem was not that much. Problem was there. Everybody was not getting the job, but though most of us were getting the job. So that difference is
Sir,
there, and
also-
today challenge of the society is much more, and competition is very very high.
और सर उस टाइम पे लाइक एक्सपोजर इतना होता भी नहीं था, लाइक हमें कॉलेज में ही इतना एक्सपोजर मिल जाता
बिल्कुल
है।
बिल्कुल, अभी तो
YouTube-
स्कूल में ही उतना एक्सपोजर है। देखिए क्या चेंज हुआ, इंटरनेट ने सब कुछ चेंज कर दिया, फोन ने सब चेंज कर दिया। उस समय तो नहीं था ये,
Yes, sir.
और कॉलेज
90s में, 80s में कहाँ था?
हाँ जी, कॉलेज
तो अब कॉलेज में इतने सारे सोसाइटीज हैं, इतने सारे क्लब्स हैं, इतने सारे प्लेटफॉर्म्स हैं, इतने सारे एड ऑन कोर्सेज हैं, which can motivate you to do what you think is best for you.
Yes, sir.
Practical
जैसे ना,
education.
आप दिल की भी सुन सकते हैं, दिमाग की भी सुन सकते हैं और अच्छा काम कर सकते हैं, वो है आज।
और
वो
सर
उस समय नहीं था। उस समय प्रेशर ये था कि नौकरी करोगे तो आपको रोटी मिलेगी, नहीं तो नहीं मिलेगी।
और सोसाइटीज में अब सर इतना एक्चुअली में हमें रीच आउट करना होता है, रियल वर्ल्ड में पूरा देखना होता है, तो वहाँ से जो एक्चुअल हमें जॉब में जाके काम करना है वो भी हमें उसका थोड़ा सा एक्सपीरियंस ऑलरेडी मिलना स्टार्ट हो जाता है।
डेफिनेटली। सो इसीलिए मैं कह रहा हूँ कि स्कोर उतना इंपॉर्टेंट नहीं है जितना आपका ओवरऑल डेवलपमेंट। ओवरऑल डेवलपमेंट कैसे होगा? जैसे आज आप ये इंटरव्यू कर रहे हैं, ओवरऑल डेवलपमेंट कैसे होगा? आप स्टेज पे बोल रहे हैं, आप कुछ प्ले डायरेक्ट कर रहे हैं, आप कुछ सिंग कर रहे हैं, तो उससे डेवलपमेंट होगा। आप कोई स्पोर्ट्स अडॉप्ट कर रहे हैं, देखिए फिजिकल फिटनेस इज ए मस्ट, विच आई टेल एवरी स्टूडेंट
हाँ जी,
that physical fitness is key to success, whether you do academics, whether you do sports, whether you do other activities,
Yes.
or whether as an administrator also very important. So that's the key.
So, sir, Abhi, we just spoke about how there is this concept of holistic development in the youth today, right? So, speaking of that, on that lines only, I feel like one thing that all of us have sort of struggled to keep up with, which wasn't so much of an issue for us in school, but is now, was maintaining the attendance. And there's this whole attendance mandate in the DU circuit these days. So was such an do you think that this mandate is an outcome of, okay, the people are trying to do a lot of things outside of college, or did that very much exist in your time as well?
No, see, even in our times attendance was there, or
Yeah.
attendance was an important factor, and most of us used to attend classes very regularly. But today I can understand the challenge is a little different. See, it's a very difficult question in the sense that on one part I say yes, attendance is important,
Yeah.
but on the other part, thinking about the youth, that there are so many things which you have to do. Let us say in the final year you have to give competitive exams, you have to do so many things, so you are bound to miss the classes. But still, a work-life balance or balance between the two, maintenance is your responsibility.
Yeah.
What is the problem? Why the attendance is mandatory only to 2/3?
Yeah.
So that at least you can maintain.
जी सर.
So इतना तो आपको करना पड़ेगा क्योंकि एकेडमिक्स भी तो सीखना है ना भाई. अकेले आपकी एक्टिविटी से काम नहीं चलेगा. आपकी अकेले डिग्री 3rd डिवीजन से काम नहीं चलेगा. आपको 1st डिवीजन में डिग्री भी चाहिए. आपको 9 स्कोर भी चाहिए. तो कैसे होगा वो? जब तक आप क्लास अटेंड नहीं करेंगे तो नहीं होगा.
Absolutely, that balance is very necessary.
Yes, that's what
Because
I'm
that
saying.
prepares us for the future life also. कि work life balance पूरा कैसे maintain करना है.
बिल्कुल उसी से आप सीखेंगे ना. अभी देखिए, my son started working. He is just like you. He is 21 years old. He did his BTech. And you know, if I tell him, okay, you take half day. No, sir. No, Papa. You know, I have to go for job. So that's important.
Yeah.
And I feel good. Yes. These things happen.
Yeah.
My retirement can wait, but his job cannot wait.
Yeah.
That's
True.
the problem.
Yeah.
Right. So, sir, talking about your future life, like Shrishti said, so, sir, आपको क्या motivate किया कि आप अपनी higher education abroad में
That too, like in the
pursue?
80s,
That
what
too,
motivated you to
See,
go up?
there are 2-3 things here. First thing was that you know, as any youth, we had a lot of aspirations that we will do this, we will do that. So what was the next? You know, because we studied at Delhi School of Economics, used to see that several people used to go abroad for doing their masters or PhD programs. And another factor was my family, because my brother used to live in US.
Oh.
So you know, that motivation was there. Third motivation was that I got Government of India fellowship to do my higher studies. So it's a kind of a free ride. So I did go there. Then you know, we started studying. First completed, because here they used to you know, in that country your masters is just equivalent to undergraduate degree. So I did my masters, the MBA, the MS, and then I did my PhD coursework, and story goes on. So there, you know, besides getting scholarship from here, I used to get teaching assistantship and research assistantship, and used to work with the professor. So we used to learn the technique of research. And then sometimes they used to say, okay, today you will take my class. So we used to teach undergraduate, PG class. So I have done it. So that gives you learning to become a good teacher or professor. So that milling is important, which is missing in this country. See, here you are giving a teacher a PhD degree without any practice.
Right.
So what is the advantage? You know, again, they are learning by doing, by playing with the career of the student, because they should practice this during their PhDs. That should be the thing.
सर ट्रैकिंग बैक ऑन टू ऑल, लाइक आपने बताया कि आप वहाँ पे पढ़ाते भी थे कभी कभी एंड आप गए, तो आई एम प्रिटी श्योर यू मस्ट हैव एक्सपीरियंस्ड अ सॉर्ट ऑफ कल्चरल शॉक when you went to the US, like even during like the teaching methods, the education system, everything must have been entirely different, and not to mention like the cultural differences, the food changes. So how different was it from what you expected it to be? Like how did university there treat you as compared to like Delhi University?
Very good question. See, very difficult phase. You know, once you go initially, you really feel homesick,
Right.
and
घर
nobody is
का
there to
खाना
take
याद
care.
आता है.
कोई आदमी आपको देखने वाला नहीं है. आप अपार्टमेंट रेंट करना है, जाइए, आपको 4 लोगों के साथ रहना है, वो डाइवर्स फील्ड से आए हैं, उनके साथ जीना भी है, पढ़ना भी है, ग्रेड भी ए आना चाहिए, नहीं तो फिर आपकी स्कॉलरशिप बंद है. तो ये सब चैलेंजेस थे, बट इसी का नाम जिंदगी है. आप मेहनत करेंगे तो आगे बढ़ेंगे. अब जैसे आपने कहा खाने का कल्चरल शॉक, यस इट वाज देयर, बिकॉज यू नो दे आर स्पीकिंग very good fast English, and you are speaking very slow. So but you learn over the period. It's not difficult. You learn over the period. You learn the tricks, because if you understand their psyche, you can understand. Like, let me tell you, some of my professors were Chinese, some were Koreans. So understanding their English was a challenge. For them it was a challenge. For me it was simple, because I'm from a different background. I can understand them. So some Americans used to make a complaint that, okay, this Chinese, we don't understand this Korean or Chinese. So Dean used to say, my dear, he's a good researcher, we will not change him, you try to adjust with him. So that should be this.
Yeah.
So, you know, as an Indian, this is rather, I should say, is very good that we people are first of all very you know, जिसे कहते हैं ना,
Adaptive.
मेहनत. और अडेप्टेबिलिटी है हमारे अंदर कि यार अचीव करना है तो करना है ये सब.
Yeah.
तो यू अडॉप्ट योरसेल्फ. खाने की बात आपने कही, तो मैं तो बड़ा घर के खाने का, तो आई यूज्ड टू कुक माई सेल्फ. मैं अपने 4 दोस्तों को बुलाता था, उनको भी खाना खिलाता था. तो वो सब चीज़ें स्लोली एडजस्ट हो जाती.
Yeah.
बट येस, इनिशियल चैलेंजेस आर देयर. इनिशियल फर्स्ट 6 months, a year, it hits you psychologically and mentally, but you have to maintain yourself.
Yeah, and also like आपके with your other peers that were from other cultures, एक mutual understanding होती
That's right. We developed friendship with Africans. We developed friendship with Chinese,
Yeah.
Koreans. They used to come. We used to laugh.
There was a lot of diversity.
That diversity,
Yeah.
and you learn a lot. See, my personality came only in that country, and the way I can speak now were not when I went from here. So these things you learn.
Yeah.
Communication you learn, personality you learn, work ethics you learn, then human value you learn, that this person is as good as myself. This technician or a storekeeper or a safai wala or a plumber is very important for his life is more dignified than mine. So that you learn.
So talking about learning, I'm pretty sure you must have experienced a lot of different things there. You must have learned a lot of different values and different education style, everything. How was it different as a student? How was it different from your experience as a student in DU?
So basically that, you spoke about a lot of, like, there were language barriers, there were different accents, understanding and navigating through all of that. Cultural shock was obviously there. But another thing that, sometimes people don't consider would be different is like the education pattern, the education style there versus what you've been used to in India. So how is that different?
Yeah, see, again, very good question. But, the main thing in that country is work is worship. You do hard work.
Yeah.
Just like, let me tell you, everything you have to do yourself. वहाँ माँ नहीं आएगी आपका बिस्तर बनाने, वहाँ माँ नहीं आएगी आपका खाना बनाने, आपके कपड़े धोने, वहाँ खुद करना है. तो you learn a lot.
Yeah.
Then, as far education is concerned, see, there is not much difference, but the only difference is their education is much more practical.
Yeah.
See, it's open book exam. Initially we thought, oh, very good, we'll take book and we'll do everything. But that's not so simple, because nothing is there from the book.
Right.
Yeah.
So you learn by doing.
Yes.
Okay, and then project based, paper writing. That country teaches you the practical application.
Yeah.
So this was the difference. Today things are pretty much similar. Here also you are exposed to a lot of things, but still, nothing like in that country, because the number of people doing higher studies are much lower, and demand for employment is much higher. But in our country, it is reverse.
Yeah.
We, even if you have to do internship, it is difficult to get it,
Yeah.
because the problem is there is a problem of plenty. There are a lot of people who are graduating. So this is the only difference.
So the education method must have left a great impact on you as a person.
Absolutely.
And you
not
as a
just not just
teacher.
your education, but also, like you mentioned, that there were a lot of things that you had to alter characteristically in order to function properly.
Yeah.
There was no spoon feeding there. You were on your own, right?
So how did that shape your academic and professional journey?
That makes you to work more. That makes you to think and develop yourself.
Yeah.
If you will not do that, you will be out of the race and go back. See, nobody will spoon feed, in the sense, if you are not maintaining grade, even if you cry before the teacher, he is not going to give you anything.
Yeah.
So, from the initial days or beginning, you must perform as per their protocol. Let us say he has given 4 assignments. So, timely assignment देना है, timely examination देना है, फाइनल एग्जाम में कैसे होगा, वो सब पहले दिन आपको बताएगा. अगर आपने उसको फॉलो नहीं किया तो यू आर गॉन. Like, let me tell you, there was a paper on, because I was not very good in mathematics. There was a paper on econometrics, and I had to take as a research student. Now it was very difficult initially, and in the initial examination, most of the class got 0. Most of the class. Even one, I was also there. So we were worried, okay, what kind of Chinese professor he is. He is giving 0 to everyone. But he was kind of a very friendly also. In the sense, he said, don't worry about it, but you should learn the things. Why I'm giving you 0? So that you work hard. And then, later on, we improved. He gave the final examination and I got A grade. But that's a different thing. Story is that they makes you to learn and to learn in a way so that it is applicable to you.
They make you tough as a person.
Tough.
The professors there must have left a great impact on you in that sense. Like they were not willing to spoon feed you, or maybe like थोड़ा सा बच्चा रो रहा है सामने और वो fail हो जाएगा, तो he is like absolutely not in that sense.
Nothing, कुछ नहीं. आप X हैं, Y हैं, Z हैं, काले हैं, गोरे हैं, सफेद हैं, कुछ लेना देना नहीं. सिर्फ जो आप परफॉर्म कर रहे हैं वो है उनके लिए. Yes, the more interaction you do with the professor, more he comes to know about you. He will definitely, it's a human tendency.
Yeah.
He might prefer you little bit.
Yeah.
Maybe he give you A plus instead of A.
Yeah.
So that possible.
And even from those conversations when you get to know these professors, तो तब भी हम काफी कुछ उनसे सीखने को मिलता है.
बिल्कुल यही है ना कि आप इंटरेक्शन करेंगे, इसका मतलब है आउटस्पोकन है.
Exactly.
आप उनसे बात कर रहे हैं अंग्रेजी में, अच्छी चाहे टूटी फूटी अंग्रेजी बोल रहे हैं तो भी कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ रहा, लेकिन आप उनसे बात तो कर रहे हैं ना. क्या करेंगे?
वो
आप कुछ
effort
डिस्कशन
काम
करेंगे, आप किसी टॉपिक पर बात करेंगे, आप कहेंगे कि साहब हमें ये समझ में नहीं आ रहा, आप हमें बताइए. तो ये सब चीजें हेल्प्स यू. वो ये समझेंगे आपके अंदर क्यूरियोसिटी है टू लर्न मोर. So that's what it is.
So as you were talking about, like the sort of dynamic you had with your professors there. So how did that sort of transition into your teaching methods, and when you started to teach properly?
Yeah, see, the thing is very simple. When you go through a milling, go
Yeah.
through a teaching methodology, you adopt that.
Yeah.
So we realized that just teaching from a book is not going to help.
Yeah.
Let us be practical. Let us talk more about the application of what we are teaching rather than teaching theoretics. So no theoretical teaching. Just tell initially what is the background, what will be the application, why this subject is being taught to you, why this topic is being, and this is the application in the industry. So you learn accordingly and you apply. So that is it.
तो सर अभी आपने टीचिंग के बारे में बताया, तो इट वुड बी ग्रेट अगर आप कुछ अपनी टीचिंग की कुछ फॉन्ड मेमोरीज कुछ हमसे
जैसे
शेयर
आप भी
कीजिए.
0 देते थे.
हाँ.
यस, बहुत 0 दिए, ऐसा नहीं है 0 नहीं दिया, लेकिन यहाँ पर ना कुछ डिफरेंट तरीके का एटमॉस्फेयर है, इन द सेंस कि हमारे पास डाइवर्स बैकग्राउंड का बच्चा है. दे मे नॉट बी इक्वली इंटेलिजेंट, सो वो हमें थोड़ा ध्यान करना पड़ेगा, क्योंकि वहां पर क्या होता है कि वर्ल्ड ओवर से बच्चे आते हैं, तो दे आर they may not be equally intelligent, but they are some are super intelligent, some are but they are coming with the competition.
They have crossed a lot of hurdles.
Lot
to
of
be
hurdle.
there.
वो बॉर्डर क्रॉस कर लिया. यहाँ पर ऐसा नहीं है. यहाँ पर कोई भी आ रहा है, गांव से भी आ रहा है, शहर से आ रहा है, तो हमें वो थोड़ा ध्यान करके काम करना है.
So, but what were like some of your very fond memories from your teaching days?
See,
What would you say?
I would say that basically whenever I have done teaching, lately I have not been doing it, but most of the time my classes used to be very, very practical. Students loved it, and we used to make a lot of fun also while teaching. So it is not that always you go and write something or do teaching, but what I feel is that discussion, talking about what is happening in the economy, what is today in the newspaper, what would be the career you would like to adopt. So talking about these holistic things would be much useful rather than
So you had
just
you had a holistic approach at the time where that was not mainstream. So you made sure that you aren't just focusing on what is in the book, but you're also you would make them correlate that to what is happening in the world, like you mentioned, like discussing the newspaper and all. So I mean, I think that is very interesting to hear.
Very essential.
Yeah.
See, even if I tell all my students like you that always first thing you do is take care of your physique. Second thing is read the newspaper.
Yeah.
See what is happening. around the world. That is very important. Otherwise, things will not move. Even if you are a student of economics, finance, or maybe any other discipline in that area. But what is there in the economy? Let us see how you will learn from the newspaper. So that is important.
It affects all of us.
Yes, that's right.
जहाँ से नॉलेज मिल रही है बस ले लो.
ले लो, दैट इज इम्पोर्टेंट. और फिर आज का टाइम समझो कि आज किस चीज की जरूरत है. आज कॉर्पोरेट में क्या जरूरत है, क्या फाइनेंशियल मॉडलिंग की जरूरत है, क्या इकोनॉमिक मॉडलिंग की जरूरत है, क्या डेटा की जरूरत है. तो उसके हिसाब से अपने आप को इक्विप करो ना, तभी तो आपको डिमांड होगी ना मार्केट में. और अगर जहाँ डिमांड होगी तो वहाँ एक की बजाय 4 जॉब होंगे, जहाँ नहीं होगी तो आप आउट ऑफ जॉब होंगे. तो यही की है.
इट्स द पर्सपेक्टिव, आप जहाँ देख रहे हो उसे चेंज कर.
बस 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 बस. अभी आप देखिए कोरोना में बहुत लोगों की जॉब गई, लेकिन जो लोग रिस्क में काम कर रहे थे, डेटा में काम कर रहे थे, एनालिटिक्स में काम कर रहे थे, उनकी इतनी डिमांड बढ़ी कि वो डबल हो गई, उनकी सैलरी ट्रिपल हो गई. तो ये फर्क है ना. तो यू हैव टू गो विद द फ्लो.
तो सर रिसेंटली अभी एलुमनाई मीट कंडक्ट करवाई थी कॉलेज ने, तो आप भी वहाँ थे, तो आपको कोई ऐसा कोई अपना स्टूडेंट मिला जिसको आपने पढ़ाया हो या फिर कोई जिसको आप जानते हो?
लॉट ऑफ स्टूडेंट्स एंड दे आर डूइंग.
कटिंग बैक ऑन दिस, एक्चुअली मैं खुद भी एलुमनाई मीट में वॉलंटियर थी, तो मैंने बहुत सारे न्यू फेसेस देखे थे जो एक्सपेक्टेड नहीं थे बिल्कुल भी, जो जिनसे आप बहुत इंटरेक्ट कर रहे थे. तो लाइक अगेन द सेम थिंग, आपने किससे मिला जिन्होंने आपको पढ़ाया?
मैं बहुत सारे बच्चों से मिला जिनको पढ़ाया है, जो मुझे एज ए प्रिंसिपल जानते थे, या डिफरेंट पर्सपेक्टिव, जो डिफरेंट प्रोफेशन में हैं. कुछ फाइनेंस में हैं, कुछ अलग अलग जगहों पर हैं, कुछ ब्यूरोक्रेसी में हैं, कुछ बैंकों में. तो सबसे मिलने से अच्छा लगता है, उनको भी बहुत अच्छा लगा और मुझे भी बड़ा अच्छा लगता है. इन द सेंस के देखिए उस समय एज ए देशबंधु इवनिंग कॉलेज, हमारी जो एलुमनाई थी वो बहुत ज़्यादा, कोई बहुत अच्छे बच्चे हम नहीं निकाल पाते थे और कोई वेल प्लेस्ड नहीं थे. लेकिन आज का जो टाइम है, पिछले 10 साल में हमने बहुत अच्छे बच्चे प्रोड्यूस किए. दे आर doing very well, including civil services, including teaching, including going abroad, doing PhDs with full scholarship or master's program, or working with the best corporates in the country as well as outside. So this gives you a lot of motivation, because if students goes beyond you, then you feel highly satisfied.
सर नहीं, वहाँ पे लाइक इतने न्यू फेसेस देख के मुझे खुद को मोटिवेशन हो रहा था कि समडे आई आल्सो कम बैक.
डेफिनेटली यही तो है सेंस ऑफ बिलोंगिंग. इसे कहते हैं बिलोंगिंग. कि ये आप अपने इंस्टीट्यूशन से सेंस रखें कि भाई हम इसके लिए कुछ करें और इससे कुछ लें. यही इम्पोर्टेंट है.
राइट. तो सर हम आपको अभी तक लाइक एज अ प्रिंसिपल ऑफ रामानुजन कॉलेज जानते थे, बट हमारी ऑडियंस जानना चाहती है कि व्हाट आर यू आउटसाइड ऑफ दिस कॉलेज?
What are you passionate about outside? जैसे अभी आपने बहुत you mentioned
देखिए मैं ना बड़ा सिंपल व्यक्ति हूँ, इन द सेंस कि आई वांट टू बी फिजिकली फिट. फिटनेस इज द की. फूड इज द की फॉर मी. आई जनरली ईट इनसाइड माय हाउस. आई मीन आउटसाइड आल्सो आई ईट समटाइम्स, बट नॉट that much, because I'm very restricted. I keep very strict visual on my physique and stomach. Another thing is I'm not very fond of some things. Of course, I used to play cricket when I was young, but today seeing the cricket, kabaddi, or on the TV is a fun for me. I spend some time and lot of time on that. And again, physical fitness in the morning, or some yoga, some spiritual, these things also fascinates me. This is my routine, and I'm not fond of much of readings, but newspaper reading is my hobby.
Nice.
Yeah.
सर तो आप तब से लाइक फिजिकल फिटनेस कर रहे हो, तो आपको लाइक किस चीज़ का मोटिवेशन मिला कि आपको फिजिकल फिटनेस में इतना इंटरेस्ट आया?
नहीं, वो बॉडी को देखिए, अगर आप फिट नहीं रखेंगे तो आप कुछ भी करें तो आप हमेशा स्ट्रेस्ड रहेंगे, टेंशन में रहेंगे. तो वो फिटनेस बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है. एज एन एडमिनिस्ट्रेटर वो और भी ज़्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट है. अब मैं आपसे बात कर रहा हूँ और मैं फिट नहीं हूँ, तो आई विल नॉट बी एबल टू स्पीक व्हाट आई वांटेड टू स्पीक.
सर इट ऑल्सो मेक सेंस दैट आपका इतना पैशन है योगा के लिए, बिकॉज योगा इन जनरल इज ऑल अबाउट, ऑल्दो लाइफस्टाइल चेंज बहुत ज़्यादा होता है, बट योगा इज ऑल अबाउट डिसिप्लिन एंड फोकस, एंड यू एज अ प्रिंसिपल टेकिंग ऑन द जॉब ऑफ द प्रिंसिपल रिक्वायर्स अ लॉट ऑफ डिसिप्लिन एंड focus. So I guess that makes sense that you're so into yoga.
Yes, I mean, देखिए, yoga is one thing, but I'm not into, I'm not a yogi who is doing a lot of yoga, but physical fitness, which means everything together. Maybe some walk, maybe some running, maybe some exercise, maybe some physical activity, maybe some, yoga also, light exercises, or stretching exercises. So because see, as a educationist or as a education person or an administrator, I'm not into that profession and doing lot of things as physical activity. That is not possible. I can devote half hour, 45 minutes, or maybe 1 hour.
Yeah.
I think that's
But you
also-
have to restrict yourself with certain other things like food habits. That is very important.
Self control.
Self control.
So moving on to the next segment. जब आपने रामानुजन में प्रिंसिपल का रोल लिया था, आपने बेसिकली वी कैन से दैट यू हैव बिल्ड रामानुजन अप फ्रॉम स्क्रैच. इट मेंट थ्रू सच ट्रेमेंडस डेवलपमेंट्स, whether that be academically, technology wise, architecture wise, and it made such a name for itself. But when you first transitioned from the role of professor of Deshbandhu to that of principal of Ramanujan College, you joined Deshbandhu but you built Ramanujan College.
And
What-
specifically, Deshbandhu Evening was, the college you joined, but you have built Ramanujan from scratch.
What did
So-
it mean for you personally and
No,
professionally?
it was a passion. It was it was not that simple. I tell you, but passion was that college in which we are working is not up to the mark, and let us do something, reform it. I got the opportunity and I did. That's so simple, and God helped us, and grace of Ramanujan helped us. So that's the only
Sir,
thing I
but
can
what
say.
did the transition process from Deshbandhu to Ramanujan
See,
look
transition phase is always very, torturous in the sense it's not that simple.
Yes.
But, if you keep on working consistently, you work in a team, you take along the people with you, things move. That's the only thing I did, and it moved.
like? Yeah, and everything just started
Fall
to come
in
into
place.
play.
That's right.
It was, I guess, fate.
That's right. बिल्कुल ठीक है. वो
Absolutely.
इंस्टीट्यूशन का फेट है या समझ लीजिए कि करिश्मा है.
So, and you spoke about, like how this transitioning from Deshbandhu Evening, from an evening college to Ramanujan College was a very difficult task. And I'm sure that you must have encountered a lot of, challenges that weren't part of your job description as a principal. But obviously, since you had a passion, like you mentioned, you had a passion that you wanted to make this college something the students studying in it and you could be proud of. Right? So what were some unexpected responsibilities that came your way?
Very good question. See, as a principal, you have every work at your hand. आप क्लर्क भी हैं, चपड़ासी भी हैं, सफाई कीपर भी हैं, सब कुछ आप हैं. जब वो करेंगे आप तो काम होगा, अदरवाइज नहीं होगा. अब जैसे हम बताते हैं, टॉयलेट्स की बहुत बुरी हालत थी, पानी की बुरी हालत थी, सफाई की बहुत बुरी हालत थी. तो वो सब कैसे होगा जब तक प्रिंसिपल नहीं देखेगा, एडवाइस नहीं करेगा, बताएगा नहीं, कभी कभी अपने हाथ से भी करेगा, तभी काम होगा.
Because अगर वो
क्योंकि
नहीं
अगर नहीं करेगा तो वो कोई करके नहीं देगा आपको. वो क्लर्क भी कहेगा साहब ये ऐसे नहीं होता, आपको ये कहना पड़ता है, आप खड़े होइए यहाँ से, हम करके दिखाते हैं आप.
एक इंसान
तो
को
ये
खड़ा होना बहुत जरूरी है.
बहुत जरूरी है.
otherwise
तो
the name
आपको
would
सीखना भी होगा, करना भी होगा और लोगों से करवाना भी होगा.
otherwise the name would fall onto like college बेकार.
बस कॉलेज बेकार. बिल्कुल. कॉलेज
कहीं
अच्छा
भी-
तब होगा तब आप खुद उठ के खड़े होंगे. आप सुबह आएंगे तो टॉयलेट में जाके देखेंगे क्या हो रहा है,
Definitely.
4 लोगों को बताएंगे, सफाई वालों को समझाएंगे. उनको भी तो ट्रेनिंग चाहिए. सफाई वाला रखने से सफाई थोड़ी होगी. घर में मम्मी लगी रहती है ना उनके पीछे.
हाँ जी.
हाँ,
यहाँ साफ करो, वहाँ
ये
साफ करो.
बात तो वो यहीं भी चाहिए.
सर इतनी रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटीज़ के बीच में आई एम प्रिटी श्योर यू मस्ट हैव फेस्ड अ लॉट ऑफ डिफिकल्टीज लाइक fights among like the students or external fights or controversies that you had to endure during your tenure. How did you handle all of those?
See, first thing is you should be a good listener.
जी.
स्टूडेंट्स तो फाइट करते ही हैं, यूनियंस भी स्ट्राइक करती हैं, यू नो थ्रेट्स भी देती हैं, बहुत तरह की चीज़ें हमने देखी हैं। पहले तो लोग यहाँ थे कि वो चाकू और पिस्टल लेके भी आते थे। जब हम देश बंधु इवनिंग में थे तो मैं उनसे कहा करता था कि चलिए बाहर हम वहीं देखते हैं आपको, मैं भी हरियाणा का हूँ। तो यू नो फिर उनकी कुछ FIRs लिखवाई मैंने पर्सनली, क्योंकि क्या होता है कि एज एन एम्प्लॉय लोग डरते हैं, कुछ करना नहीं चाहते हैं, जो कि गलत तरीका है। तो आपको कुछ बोल्ड स्टेप लेने होते हैं। तो मैं अपने पर्सनल नाम से FIR लॉन्च कराता था। तो वो चीज़ें धीरे धीरे फॉल इन प्लेस हो गई। जब आप यू नो आप एक बिना किसी अपने ऑब्जेक्टिव को अचीव करने के लिए काम करते हैं ना, इंस्टीट्यूशनल ऑब्जेक्टिव को अचीव, तब आपकी काम चीज़ें हो जाती हैं, बट आपको बोल्ड रहना पड़ता है। सब क्राइसिस से निकलने का तरीका आ जाता है।
तो सर आपको कभी ऐसे डर नहीं लगा ये इतनी अजीब
नहीं,
threats
देखिए
आती थी?
ऐसा है कि वो चीज़ें यू नो आपको डर भी लगता है, लेकिन आपको बोल्ड रहना पड़ता है। आपको शो करना पड़ता है
या
यू आर नॉट अफ्रेड ऑफ। अगर आपने ये कर दिया तो आप गए काम से।
बिकॉज वो मॉरल्स यू हैव टू अपहोल्ड
Yes,
दैट मॉरल्स जो
right.
आपने खुद के लिए सेट
तो
किया है।
उसमें आपको दोनों चीज़ें एक साथ करनी होंगी। अपने आप को बचा के भी रखना है
जी,
और ठीक भी करना है,
बहुत विजिलेंट लेके काम करना है।
विजिलेंट रह के काम। आपको देखना पड़ेगा कहाँ रेस्ट्रेन करना है,
जी,
isn't it?
Yeah.
कहाँ पर
Absolutely,
थ्रेट
sir.
ज़्यादा है। तो ये सब
Absolutely.
सिचुएशन से समझ आ जाता है।
sir, talking about situations and different changes, there also has been a huge shift from offline education to online, although not entirely for our college, but especially during the past few years during COVID. How did that transition or shift for our college look like?
I tell you, it has been very fascinating and simple for our institution because, you know, we were fortunate that we had teaching learning center, and we used to train our teachers how to do online teaching even before COVID. So there was some exposure, of course not much, but some exposure. So immediately after that, our teachers, those who were equipped with that, they started teaching to other teachers how to take classes online, how to take Google Classroom, how to take classes on different platforms, MS Teams. So we used to teach not all our teachers, but teachers outside the world. You know, and we did a lot of training programs during that period, and we were fully engaged. Nobody was worried about corona or anything. We were used to come regularly to the institution, and we were doing a lot of work. By the grace of God, nothing happened.
Also,
And you
because
could
this time,
yeah, and like you could ensure that everybody had access to education even
Yes.
during a whole pandemic.
That's right.
And that
That's
is
right.
very-
That is right. Of
Yeah.
course, you know, online education has its own limitations, and we still feel the children who were you know educated or got degree during that period, they are not that equipped as you people are. So that limitation was there, but still we could save at least the academic years.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
That was important.
better something than
Yes,
nothing.
better than
Yeah.
something.
बिकॉज बहुत कॉलेजेस एंड बहुत स्कूल्स ने प्रॉब्लम्स फेस की थी
हाँ,
कि
बिल्कुल।
ऑनलाइन एजुकेशन एंड टीचर्स वर नॉट लाइक रेडी फॉर ऑनलाइन एजुकेशन
और सर
बिल्कुल।
इक्विपमेंट का भी बहुत दिक्कत रहता था
but
because
we were very IT savvy institution, and we had a lot of IT equipment, and during that period also we purchased a lot. You can see our labs are top
Absolutely.
class, our whole systems are top in the world.
Right.
जी सर
Now, sir, we briefly did a comparison between, you know, your generation and our generation, right? So, I mean, what is one advice you would like to give to students today? What are it could be anything like tips we could learn from what your time, or in general, what is something that you would want to advise to the students today?
See, today's time is a little different, as I said.
Yeah.
You have to work hard,
Yeah,
and you have to maintain work-life balance.
yeah,
You have to remain physically fit. That is one. Food should be your priority. What kind of food you're eating. Moreover, you should concentrate not only on studies but on extracurricular activities. Maybe some additional courses in different field of your expertise, or maybe some sports, maybe some you know whatever passion you have. So following that and spending quality time in the institution is the key to success. And most of the time, you know, students come and they go to the class and then go home, study, and that is not going to
वो
work.
तो फिर स्कूल वाला ही स्केड्यूल हो
Yes,
गया
so maintain yourself. You know, you will have to develop yourself. So
And you
remain
need to
at least
stay
8
relevant.
hours.
Yeah.
8 hours in the institution. That is the key.
And I think there's also a lot of pressure to like stay relevant.
हाँ.
And the only way to do that is to be aware of
बिल्कुल
what is
अवेयर,
going on.
आप नई चीज़ों को
Absolutely.
देखिए, आप इंटरनेट को
Newspaper
समझिए,
पढ़िए।
नई चीज़ों को समझिए, जो भी नया देश में हो रहा है, विदेश में हो रहा है, उसको जानिए. That is
एंड आजकल तो लाइक इतने ऑप्शंस हो गए हैं सोशल मीडिया एंड टेक्नोलॉजी की वजह से,
बिल्कुल.
तो लाइक सिर्फ थ्योरेटिकल एजुकेशन इज
not going to help you. Not going to help.
एब्सोल्युटली.
So as you leave, what do you wish for the college's future?
Well, definitely I want that some good administrator should lead this institution into 21st or 22nd century, and I wished all success for this because this institution has been built in a very short period, and now we have to take it to the another height, and maintaining at that height is a challenge. It's not that simple. But of course, new person or new generation which is coming up will take up the challenge, and I'm very optimistic. I have always been optimistic for my career as well as for the career of this institution.
तो सर रिटायरमेंट के बाद आपके खुद के प्लान्स क्या है?
अभी कुछ ऐसा सोचा नहीं है, बट कुछ करेंगे जरूर. बैठने वाले नहीं.
Do you plan to like engage with the college community?
Maybe definitely I will. I would like to engage with some other institution. That is a thing, because I want, since I have built this institution, I would like to see that if I can build another institution.
Yeah,
like
definitely.
that.
So you
and
want to
those-
keep on continuing to contribute to the field of education in
Definitely,
general.
definitely.
Also, sir, on that note, हमारा new academic block कब बनेगा?
Very shortly, maybe another 6 months.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Maybe
Our audience is going to be very happy.
maximum. I should say by December this year, it will be ready for occupation.
That's
And it will
great.
be top class. I'll assure you.
We can tell
You'll
so.
get you will get one very good auditorium. You are going to get it, and some labs, maybe one incubation center, maybe some space for teachers, societies, and classrooms, which are important because we are
Absolutely.
entering into 4th year, so we need additional classrooms.
Yeah, definitely.
So everything will be available, and you will also get a state of art, open theater kind of thing in the porch, and that will have an atrium, so that it will be fully equipped.
All
That's
right.
great, sir.
Yeah.
So thank you so much, sir. With that, we would wind
Thank
up
you.
this episode.
Thank you.
Thank
बहुत
you so
time
much.
लिया तुम लोगों ने.
But no, sir, I would like to take a moment to thank you personally. You have done so much for us. As even as someone starting a new initiative and things like that, you've always been very encouraging of that. So thank you for everything you've done for our institution, and we wish you all the best for your retirement.
Thank you very
Thank
much.
you so
Thank
much,
you.
sir.
Thank you.
And to our listeners, thank you so much for joining in. We will be back with new episodes next month. You feel free to follow us on our Instagram, Ascensia RCDU, and we'll be back soon. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you, beta.